won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your...
My name is Ege Ertem. I am Business Development Director for New Technology Group for Intel, based out of Silicon Valley. I know Burak and Etohum for long years now, and I have attended their events in Turkey, many events. But this is the first time that I attended their event in the United States. I find it very, very successful. I think they are able to build upon their experiences that they established in Turkey, and I found it very, very good. So I think Silicon Valley, even in the United States, is a very unique place. It is not an easy ecosystem to replicate elsewhere. So I'm aware that there are many countries, cities that strive to be a Silicon Valley, but I think every country needs to build on their own strengths. I think trying to imitate Silicon Valley doesn't make much sense, because you can imitate everything but not Stanford, as an example, which was the fundamental power that created Silicon Valley. So instead of trying to replicate, I think every country, every city needs to come up with their own model. First of all, I think the terminology of being local or global started to lose its meaning. Every successful company, startup, by default needs to think about global expansion from day one. This includes their naming, their branding, all the activities they do. Even if they might be initially focused to Turkey, from day one they need to think global customers. Because if you create something valuable, then it is for sure that there are other people elsewhere in the world who care and who wants to be a part of your ecosystem, or who wants to be your customer. This was mentioned very nicely during the event as well. I think Turkey has a unique market size. It is not small, it is not very big. It has disadvantages and advantages. If a company is from a country which has a very small market, then by default they think global from day one, because they don't have the market. If a country is very big, they have very big market like China or United States, even if the company thinks local, they become so big in their own country, it is very easy to go global. In Turkish we have a saying for that, garson beden. So Turkey is in the middle. I think just because of this, companies need to force themselves to build everything by thinking the global customers. It is very rare for a startup to be established for Turkish market and then be successful outside, because you have to change your domain name, you have to change everything you do, and you have to make it global. But if you do it from day one, thinking customers globally, then you have a global company from day one. As Intel, we are sponsor, and we were sponsors many different activities or events of Etohum, as well as some other incubators in Turkey. And we see that many of them want to bring successful startups from Turkey or from region to San Francisco, Silicon Valley. I think this is the right route to go. And it's a big leap of faith from Turkey to Silicon Valley, but it is not as difficult as it sounds. And here in Silicon Valley, there's a Turkish community that is ready to help Turkish entrepreneurs. So I think there are lots of safety nets, and especially having Etohum as the advisor, mentor, however you want to name Etohum, is quite important. So Turkish entrepreneurs shouldn't be afraid of coming to the United States.
You look mighty fine. Oh, won't you